What's up, dogs? Welcome back to the cast. We're here. It's the hottest take. I got my dogs with me. Dalt's here. Boze is here.
Yep.
We're locked in, dude. And dude, guess who just reported recently? The whole
Janice.
team. The whole.
whole
Dude, Janice, where you been, though, by the way? Shout out, Janice.
Where's Janice?
Miss you, baby. No, baseball teams have finally fully reported to spring training, dude. It's not just pitchers and catchers no more. It's the whole squads. Actually, the Padres, I think, brought their whole minor league baseball team, all the minor league baseball team. Have y'all seen their bench?
No.
It's insane.
I'm excited to see Salas, that little kid who got drafted. He's like 15 or 16.
Oh, yeah.
He's supposed to be making. They said he's supposed to be playing in spring training. He's 17 right now.
At 17?
He's just turned. I believe
fun
he
is
just
that?
turned 17.
Can't even buy cigarettes.
How fun is that? Look at that bench. Look at that dugout.
Deep.
I mean, the Padres have people wearing number 105 right now on the team. They have people in the triple digits playing on the fucking team. They got people with dashes and backslashes in their fucking number right now in the Padres. But off the couch studio, hottest take. We're diving deep into baseball this year. We haven't done our due diligence the past 2 years, mainly because our teams have sucked ass.
I kept
Yeah, they've been bad.
But
Bad.
we want to be there's not enough independent media covering baseball. So we're here to do it. And the first thing we got to talk about is, dude, these uniforms. Dude, I'm gonna have to censor some of these pictures that I'm gonna put up of how bad the uniforms look right now.
You really do.
People's genitalia are sticking out of their uniforms right now, dude. I'm not talking about just like the 2-0 counts. Shout out Dave, but like, dude, we're seeing nuts.
We're seeing too much.
We're seeing whole hogs,
Way.
dude. I saw a whole hog through a baseball player's pants, dude. These are professional baseball players.
No cup.
A lot of squirrel brain.
No cups.
They're not. They
dude.
don't even have the
No
audacity. They
cups.
don't even have the what do you call it? They're not even doing their due diligence.
Dude.
Of putting the cup on.
I've got some pictures up for the folks at home. If you haven't seen them, you probably have. If you're on any type of social media right now and you follow sports, you know that the MLB uniforms are brutally, embarrassingly bad,
Awful.
unexcusably bad. Well, to the point where I'm thinking, like, dude, how did Fanatics test these pants out and not think that there was a problem with them? And how did these Major League Baseball teams, while they were just putting their clothes on in the dugout, not go, yo, do y'all see your boxers?
Just some
Yeah,
like
dude,
simple webbing would have helped.
Dude, something.
Some webbing
Dude,
or like some. They should have built in
something.
some kind of like sliding shorts type thing going on.
Or it's the Major League Baseball. Let's wear pants that are nice. Let's just wear nice stuff. You drop New Era, who I was already that like New Era's product has gotten better and better, and it's to the point where like I'm wearing a New Era pullover right now. I wear their hats all the time. I've never been displeased with a New Era product, not one time. Whereas to this day, I don't buy much team apparel because I'm not buying Fanatic gear, dude. I'm not giving the money
Can't
to
do
them.
it.
It's too.
No.
If it's too shitty for fans to buy T-shirts from, dude, do not let them bake the pants for the Premier League of the sport.
Dude, but thank God, honestly, that Bartolo Colon is out of the league now. Because, if I just saw that massive set
Dude.
of tits,
Holy
see-through.
crats, dude, those pants.
Oh, buddy.
And whatever
Dude.
he was tucking below the belt, whatever Bartolo Colon was tucking under the belt, dude, I would have hated to have
Bad
seen.
news. Bad news.
It's crazy though, dude. You have like photo shoots that are just like it's.
I might see some new celebrations this year.
Yeah, like what?
I might see a hog flash.
You might, dude. Do not,
hog flash.
dude. They don't even need to dump water on them to see through.
No.
No.
Dude.
It's a walking
And if
wet
they
T-shirt
do,
contest.
If I was a ball club this year, dude, I'm wearing gray. A lot. I'm wearing gray.
lot of gray.
I'm wearing navy.
A lot of
whole
undershirts.
team's wearing gray. Yeah.
We're wearing the long johns.
Yep. Everybody's wearing Nike Pro and the Nike Y'all remember the Nike Combat sliding shorts?
Yeah,
Everybody's wearing those, the white ones.
The only thing they ain't see through is the damn shoes, the cleats.
It is insane to see like a top tier organization like fail this bad.
Yeah, and they okayed it.
And okayed it. Yeah, somebody said that's fine.
Two big companies were like, yeah, this is fine. And then another one was like, yeah, this is cool too.
Dude, whereas I would say that in the NBA, if something of this bad was to happen with like the quality of jerseys, I think there'd be a riot.
No way they let it fly, right? Time out. They banned Julia Rose. You remember that? Julia Rose at the Rangers game, the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
When they flashed the camera.
Yeah, she flashed.
Now everybody's flashing.
Everybody's
They
flashing,
gotta
so
give.
what we
They
gonna
gotta
do?
give her.
Yeah, now it's cool.
What are we
She's
gonna
got to
do?
be allowed back.
It's gonna be crazy.
Actually, they might have to pay her.
well, yeah, they might have to pay some. They might have to pay some damages.
They might have to pay Julia Rose.
Speaking of baseball, though, I want to dive in. Who are some favorites? Who are some people that we should keep an eye on? I think there's a lot of competitive divisions. Some because there's a lot of talent, some because there's no talent in those divisions. There's some divisions with literally like zero talent. Bad. That there's a division right now in the MLB that if you win 82 games, I think you make playoffs easy.
Who is it? Tell us.
I think
The Central.
I think
AL
I
Central?
think the AL
Yeah,
Central
for sure.
is so weak this season. I think if you win 82, dude, if you win 80 games, you have a good shot at making playoffs.
I think you have a team surprise you in that division. I think the Guardians surprise you.
We'll get into it. We'll get into it
Hmm.
when we talk about all the divisions. We'll go AL East first. My favorite for the AL East,
Orioles.
Baltimore Orioles.
Let's go.
Are my favorite for the AL East. I think the Burns pickup, that trade is fantastic. I think they're already building on good stuff from the previous season. You added a premier pitcher, like out of nowhere, a guy that I don't think should have been traded, but you got him. And I think they have a young roster. I think the Orioles have a really young roster that's like fully supported by the front office.
Yeah.
And I think they're just letting them play and adding, sprinkling these few veterans in. I think they're going to be a really good ball squad.
They got some dogs.
They got some dogs.
I love Adley Rutschman, Gunnar
Yeah.
Henderson.
I think the Orioles has dogs, but I think the whole AL East is just talented. I think the Yankees have one of the best batting trios in the league right now.
It's tough.
I think
It's
have.
tough.
I think they have. Right now, I have on my notes. I have Yankees with the 5th best batting trio with Judge, Juan Soto, and Anthony Rizzo. I think that's the best. I think that's the 5th best trio in the league.
Fifth best?
5th best.
Yeah,
It's my
probably,
5th best.
Probably. It's
Yeah.
top
So
five.
I'm not. I have Orioles. That's my favorite right now to win the East. But I'm not saying that like the Yankees aren't going to make a play for it.
But Rizzo's got to step up. He had a rough year
Yes.
last year.
Bad.
Yeah,
Rizzo had a
absolutely.
rough year.
Absolutely. So
What do you think? So, do y'all think Jackson Holiday? Do you think he makes his debut? And do you think he sticks with the Orioles this year?
Nah, I think he'll make a late. I think he'll make like probably a mid to late season debut.
I think he has all the chance to do it though.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I think that the Orioles have fully committed to we're just going to be a young team that takes shots on guys.
He advanced so quick because he
Yep.
went from he didn't play much in Double A at all.
Dude, he's so good.
He didn't play much.
He's
in,
so good.
We've been talking about a lot of this with college teams that like, and Orioles are right there. When you're when you're one of the middle tier teams in a really elite division, you're going to become better, and you're going to make the moves riding on the backs of gambles. You got to, because you don't have the Aaron Judge, you don't have the Juan Soto, you don't have the Giancarlo Stanton, but you do have some guys, some really good prospects who do have a huge upside that I think could make a huge impact. I think the Orioles have a ton of those guys, and I think adding guys like Corbin Burns though is.
Yes,
It helps those young
Big
guys.
move.
You have a guy that you get to go to every time now, and you don't have to just rely on your young guys. So,
got one of the best closers in the league
yeah,
too.
I think the Yankees are going to be really dangerous. I think they're a really
They're
good
gonna
ball
be good.
squad. So I think the AL East is a place to watch. I think Tampa's also
They
not a bad squad.
They're sneaky good every year.
Every team,
Toronto's not a bad team.
every team could be
No,
good.
it's
Yeah. Let's go over to the AL Central.
Ooh.
Again, we were just talking about the AL Central. I think it's the least talented division in baseball, but I think that
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
makes for fun baseball to watch. Like I said, the Twins made. I think they won the division last year with 84 wins, something around that.
It was tight. Yeah, it was
I think
tight,
so.
yeah.
You have Twins winning with 84 wins. I don't think you'll even need 84 this year. I think Detroit will win 82 games this year, and they will be the winners of the
I don't
AL
see that.
Central.
I don't-
It's Detroit.
I don't see the. You think Detroit?
I
wins
think
it?
Detroit wins the AL Central. And here's my reasoning. Did they replace guys with the most talented people? Absolutely fucking not. That is not a super talented team. But did the Tigers look at their roster and say, what do we need? And they filled every position they needed. I think that just being a well-rounded team with all your positions filled in a very weak division makes you you're right there. You were capable of winning your division. Whereas I think the Twins will be banking on a little luck, and obviously the others in the AL Central will be banking on prayers. So I'm gonna give it to the Tigers.
I got Guardians.
Okay,
You got Guardians.
I got Guardians. Honestly, the best pitching in the division. And I think they have the best bats because, I mean, the Twins got players like Carlos Correa, who's supposed to be good, but last year had a rough year. The Guardians got Jose Ramirez. Guardians got young people that they're coming up, Gabriel Arias.
I don't think the
He's a
Twins.
dude.
I do not think the Twins will make any noise again this year in the AL.
It's going to be a tight division.
Yeah, but
It's going to be a tight division. It's going to be between I don't know. It could go between all four teams.
Yeah, but I think you're right with. I think the Guardians and Tigers have complete teams. And I think that's what makes them a little bit better.
Yeah, and
Did you have
every
those?
team has a young talent that could be eventually like
Yes.
an elite talent because the Tigers have Riley Green, the Guardians have like Arias, Twins have Royce Lewis, Who did I leave out? The Royals. Royals have Bobby Witt, and actually they have. I think the Royals probably have the most young potential.
The Royals have a lot of cap space too. Who do you have that Boze?
I'll be honest, dude. I have the Royals winning the division.
The AL Central.
Dude, I know. There's your hot take right there,
Folks.
I think
A complete split.
Bobby Witt, Pasquantino, which I like a lot. I think he's good.
The first
Bobby
guy.
Witt's nice.
And dude, and Perez, like I think that three.
Perez still has good numbers,
right there,
dude. Yesterday I was looking at Perez's numbers, like, damn, dude, Perez is still producing. Like
They're still
it's not
producing.
like because for a little while there, it felt like Perez was just staying because he was there for the World Series. But then now it's like, no, dude, he does kind of feel he puts
He
his
had a
stats.
He had
out.
a fallback last year though.
Yes.
His year before last year,
Yeah.
was good, really good. But
Yeah.
this past year he fell off
Dude,
a little bit.
But for 13 seasons, in the league,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like he's-
Especially at catcher.
At catcher,
And
it's still
especially at
producing.
catcher.
Like with Singer, I think if Singer and I don't know if it's Ragans or Ragans, but if they make the jump, I think they win it.
Singer's good,
Like,
and they have like I said, they have young Andy Isbell.
Man,
He's
dude,
really
They
good.
got some good talent, and
Yeah.
so I liked it when I was looking at their rotation and their lineup. I really liked it a lot.
Yeah,
and I mean, the obvious choice I feel like is the Twins, but I don't like the rotation very much. So.
I'm excited to tune in some AL Central this year because mediocre to shitty divisions like that.
Every game's gonna matter.
Dude,
so good.
you'll see 13-5, 11-7 games. It's fun. It's usually fun baseball to
good
watch.
time.
Every game matters.
Dude, it's kind of the central. It's the NL Central we grew up with. For a long time, there was
Yeah.
Cardinals and everybody else just smoking each other, and
It
then
was
getting
awesome.
beat bad. But all right, let's go over to the East. Let's go over to the East or West. I'm sorry. Yes, we're going to talk about the AL West.
This is a
My
tough one.
favorite, Houston Astros.
There it is.
Yeah.
I think I have Houston Astros right now with the third. That is my third best batting trio right now in the league with Altuve,
Tucker.
Alvarez, and Tucker.
Good.
That three right there is the third best batting trio in the league. I think that as long as Astros continue to win the in-season series between the Rangers, they will continue to win the East.
Yeah.
So the Rangers might have their number in October like they did last year, but if we're talking about just division winners, I think the Stros still beat them like 9-4 last year in the season series. It wasn't even close.
good.
So I think as long as that's the now, do I think the Rangers are a challenger and a good challenger? Absolutely, they're going to challenge for that. But as long as the Stros are winning that division or winning that series against the Rangers in the season, I don't see them winning the division.
I think so because I think the two Tucker and Alvarez beat a lot of three-team trios by a lot
Yes.
because those two are cold.
The only reason I'm focusing on
cold.
the best batting trios, and we'll go back over this here later because I have a little list I came up with, was because I was thinking about this week how it was proven over the past few seasons that having the two of the best batters in the league on your roster is not enough. Otani and Trout were together for seasons now, and then it didn't work. Trout has not had 500 ABs in a season since like 2016.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that, but yeah,
No, it
he's
doesn't.
spent a good bit of time on the bench every season since 2016.
Yeah. But yeah,
So who do you have win the AL
I
East?
got the Astros, but I think that it's going to be close because I like
Yeah.
the Rangers because I like their trio too because they got Simeon, Garcia, and Seager.
I think the season series will be closer this year between the Rangers and Astros. I still think the Astros will win it though. I think the Astros have better pitching too.
Yeah, better pitching,
Way better pitching.
better pitching, and I just think but outside of the just trio, outside of their heart of their lineup, I think the Astros are a more well-rounded lineup.
Well, Boze, who do you have as AL East?
Y'all ready?
Yeah, ALS winner.
It's a hot take.
Let's see it.
It ain't
Let's
the
hear it.
Angels.
It's going to be the Mariners.
Whoa!
Now that's
dude.
I
So-
think you could make the argument. I really could make the argument today that Castillo and Kirby is the best 1-2 punch in baseball as far as
Absolutely.
as far
I
as
can see
pitching
that.
rotation goes. And then you add Gilbert as a number 3, which I think is a great number 3. When you have those smaller market teams like that, you really need to maximize your ceiling.
Yep.
I know last year the lineup didn't really produce a lot, like OBP and batting average. But I think batting average is super overrated. But you start looking at stuff like that, and you're like, oh, they didn't perform super well. But I'm looking at the ceiling, right? And they have
Right.
a bunch of power hitters. They've got J
Bunch of
Rod
power
out
hitters.
there, who I think is a game breaker. And there's not very many, I think, game breakers in Major League Baseball, but J Rod's one of them.
Yeah,
And
Seattle
I
seems like the
think they can
scrappy
do it.
team.
I really like Cal
Yeah.
Raleigh.
Yeah, Seattle seems like the
Cal
scrappy
Raleigh's
team
nice.
that
I really like. Cal
I
Raleigh.
guarantee no team in the AL East this season or AL West this season is excited to go play in Seattle.
No, nobody.
I don't think they'll be excited to go. It's a tough place. They play very good at home too.
Yeah.
They play really good home baseball.
Well, dude, it's hard. You got two of those teams in Texas, and then you had to go
Yeah, it's a
all
long
the way
trip.
to Seattle.
It's a long trip.
It's a long trip.
Yep.
And then Anaheim.
We saw last season. Cubs are a
Yeah.
perfect example of how a long trip screwed them over at the end. Going to play that D-backs for a week straight, just being in Arizona. That's a
It's
long
tough.
way from home. It wears you out.
It's
so,
hard.
all right. Well, let's switch over to where we really shine, guys.
Hey.
Because listen, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. To cover American League Baseball, I'm gonna have to put my head down and really do it because I'm known to just look at the NL Central and not give a fuck about what's going on in the rest of baseball. But let's talk about the National League, the better league, if you ask me,
Yeah.
the greatest league,
The greatest league.
the greatest league.
We got designated hitters now.
Yeah, we got designated hitters, but which I'm still, whatever. Kind of just feels like I don't know. They play baseball.
If the
should
American League has them, we should have them.
yeah, but I think it was.
But at the same time,
I
make a
always think it was a cool thing when the NL won. And you got to do. We were hitting pitchers.
It's cool
that
to
season.
it's cool to see
Yeah.
the pitchers hit.
Yeah, especially when they like 2016, the Cubs like Kerry Woods was a good AB. Lackey was a decent AB. Lester was a good AB.
Hey,
we
dude.
had pitchers that had good ABs. That's fun. Back Madison Bumgarner for a while there was like, dude, like
That
goaded,
was awesome.
goaded with this
It
thing.
was.
It's nice. And then you still get like Bartolo Colon, dude. We will never have that again.
Oh, man,
we'll
that
never
was
have
awesome.
a random pitcher just to smoke one all of a sudden, dude.
It was
It's awesome.
so much fun.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the National League. Starting with the East, my favorite for the NL East
It's obvious.
are the Phillies.
Whoa!
The Phillies will be winning the NL East.
Oh,
I'm putting my money. I think that Zach Wheeler and Aaron Noah, if the offense is at its max, it's performing at its best. I think those two guys out in the rotation. I think it's a nasty. I think they will be able to. I think they'll dominate games. I do.
Wow.
Now, do I think the Braves will could the Braves win it? Yeah. Yeah. I think y'all probably say the Braves will win it easily. But the Phillies have had the Braves number in October. They
Yeah.
did. Just like the
Yeah,
Rangers
true.
have the Astros number in October. You just have to translate it to the season now.
Yeah.
Because if Phillies win the Braves series, it's in season series. It's a whole different division now.
That's true. Yeah.
And I think Philly has a 1-2 they can go to that is nasty when you have to play them. And I think they have a lineup that when it's at its best does put up runs and puts them up quick.
Yeah.
So, and Braves are my challenger.
I got the Braves.
You got Braves.
I got the
obviously.
Braves by like 10, 15 games.
Yeah.
10 or 15.
10 or 15?
By 10 or 15 games.
So you got Braves winning AL East by 10 or 15 games.
Dude, you
They'll
got
put it in the,
you got three preseason MVP candidates on that team.
Yeah, but I've watched this Braves team flounder twice now. Completely.
I got the winning the division. Are we talking about like
We're winning division. We're talking about division.
winning by the division? I got Braves by a
10.
lot.
So you think they pretty much sweep the Phillies in season?
They might not
series?
sweep them. It'll be a close series probably between the two. But I mean, you're
There is
probably,
nobody else.
you're gonna sweep the Marlins series
Yep.
probably. You're
Oh,
gonna
it's with the Marlins though.
good, decent, yeah,
Decent
pretty-
little team. Made some good
decent,
pickups here recently too.
decent, yeah. And I mean, yeah, and the Mets.
Yeah, I've got the Braves too. I mean, I do like. I don't think Chris Sale's a game breaker. He used to be, which dude used to.
Looks good.
Dude,
though.
when Chris
Sale was at his
came
best
in,
at Boston, dude, that was
Oh,
fun to
my
watch.
Lord,
That was
dude.
fun to watch.
It was
Prime
insane.
Chris Sale.
And he looks good.
Yeah, he
he
does.
looks healthy. He looks like he looks kind of like his old self.
And we don't give gambling advice on here, obviously. But if I was going to pick a value pick for MVP, it's Austin Riley.
Oh yeah,
Austin
absolutely.
Riley. I think he's the
I mean,
best third baseman in baseball.
Or Acuna.
He's like
Yeah.
plus 2,100 right now. So I'm not saying to go lock it in, but that's
We got
all
some
I'm
bets
saying.
for the.
I can't
Phillies
put
here.
it over Acuna though. I can't logically sit here and tell you that Austin Riley. Now, given I love Austin Riley, I cannot sit here like as a player, but I can't sit here and tell you that he's a better baseball player than Ronald Acuna.
They got so many good players.
We'll go to Central last because that's probably our.
Yeah,
We got a little bit of debate. You can see by the teams we're repping.
for sure.
There's a little split here.
For sure.
Strider.
We'll go with the NL West next. Obviously, the Dodgers are the favorite, correct? We all have
by a
Dodgers being
lot.
favorite.
Long shot.
By a lot.
My only thing with the Dodgers, and it's my only note about them. Yes, Freeman, Yamamoto, and Glasnow on a team together. It's pretty nasty.
Gross.
Very nasty.
Yeah.
But how many times we've seen super teams in all the sports, especially baseball, just flounder, just not make anything of it.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it. Yankees have put like 7 together in the past like 15 years. It's done nothing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's my only thing with the Dodgers. The Dodgers have several times in the past 10 years have said that this is the best team they put out and it can't make it past the pennant.
I think this year less than next year. I think next year it's going to be way further of a story because I think eventually Tatis is leaving.
Yeah.
And the Padres probably fall to and that's my challenger for the East.
Yes, challenger.
Or for the West.
If we pick a challenger, it's
the Padres.
They are good.
It's the only close. It's the only one that could be close. And I just say,
Wait,
it's gonna
who
be,
do you have as a challenger?
I've got the Diamondbacks.
Oh, yeah, dude. Well,
Yeah.
dude has a tough – damn.
I've got the Diamondbacks.
But it's not
Somebody between the
close.
Padres – no, dude. We might have both of our wild cards in the NL this year.
Dude, I love the Diamondbacks, man. Like, I think Zach Gallen, like, if
yeah.
he continues to
Yeah.
go, and then do Corbin
Corbin
Carroll.
Carroll, yeah.
Dude, Corbin Carroll's so nice.
Corbin Carroll.
I like the
I think
Padres,
he's
though.
baseball's next game breaker.
They have a couple young players there.
Padres are
Perdomo.
exciting. Padres are exciting. They have pop. They got new.
Yeah.
They got swag.
But the Dodgers, you got to look at the talent. And like I said, it's more next year because next year you're gonna have when Ohtani's back pitching, they're gonna have a 5-man rotation that all are gonna be like preseason, like before the season, are all gonna be like looking at probably all of them have a chance to be like Cy Young candidates.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I like I said earlier though, I think that I've watched the Dodgers come out shining, saying that this is the best squad we've put together. 2016 they did that.
Yep.
And it is just floundered out with nothing. Just like had no gas in it at the end. And I just don't know. It's weird because dude, when you have a team that's stacked like the Dodgers are right now, stars become situational guys.
Yeah.
And they're asked to do situational stuff, and some of those guys are just not built for it.
They can't do it.
They're just not built for it. So,
But that lineup is deep.
It's deep, but man, that's what I do like about the Braves is they didn't do like an overhaul, right? Like where you feel like kind of the Dodgers did, like they got Glass now, they've got Yamamoto, and they've got Ohtani. Like it's almost too many moving parts and too many new pieces to where dude, gelling and chemistry is like a real thing.
Yeah.
And I know Yamamoto is supposed to be like really good.
Yes.
Right? But you don't know that.
No.
He's never pitched in the majors.
No.
He could be horrible.
You don't know that, but at the same
He
time,
could be.
90, not 90, but probably 75% of people like that come to the MLB from
Japan. Dude,
I'm not hating on him. I'm
we're
just
fully,
saying,
dude. Baseball is fully in the year of the fucking dragon right now. It is. There has been an Eastern takeover of baseball,
Man,
and
it's
dude,
great.
You
love
can't blame the teams.
No.
You can't blame teams for going for Dominican Republic guys and Japanese guys because it's like, look, if we're going to give guys over $100 million, well, damn it, I want to get 9 seasons out of them. And those guys are going to give it to you because they really love the game. They have a good attitude towards the game. They you could tell they enjoy every moment of being out there. They're just better investments than
all of them
some
play
your
late
guys.
too. They'll all play into their 40s.
Or you have guys like, you remember when like Tanaka was at like the Yankees? Dude, he played 2 seasons. They were telling him to be like, you need Tommy John. He was like, well, I'll be out for a season then.
Yeah.
It was like, well, I can't be out for a season.
Yeah.
And it's like, whereas an American player would have been like, I'll sit out 2 seasons, brother. I don't give a fuck.
The thing is, to me,
I'll sit forever.
the Dodgers aren't even going to have a 5-man rotation to me. Like they're going to have a 6,
Dude, I
7-man
know.
pitching rotation.
But here's my thing. I have another thing about the Dodgers this season. Obviously, they're predicted to win I think they're predicted to win at 102 to 105 games, somewhere around there.
Might be more.
If they do that with their division they have this season, they're one of the best baseball teams of all time. Because I think this 100 wins will be tough. Because they have a good division. We just said D-backs. You have Padres. Those are good teams. Those are good baseball squads.
Yep.
And I think they're going to have tough in-season series.
it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, they're going to play 12 games or 13, 12. Yeah, they're going to play 12 games against 2 really hard opponents.
Yeah.
And they're going to be a hard series.
They got some wins too. It might be a little close, like maybe a little close because they all got the Rockies, and the Rockies are going to obviously probably lose every series.
I have a bet for the Rockies that you're going to like. I have a bet. We'll get to it at the end. Central has no chance of wild card. That's my prediction. I don't think I almost know a wild card team will not come from the Central because
I don't know.
I think the Central is going to be so tight this season. We're going to chew away each other's schedule. We're going to chew away at each other's records. I don't think anybody in second place will have a good enough record to make a wild card.
Wow.
Because I think it's going to be tight. I think my favorite for the Central.
Okay.
Let's get it out of the way.
And it's going to be.
It is all, dude, and this is speculation right now, because this is all leverage on one guy signing. If the Cubs sign Cody Bellinger, they're the favorite to win the Central. That's my opinion right now.
Okay.
And I think the Cardinals are the challenger. because in my split between the two, if the Cubs sign Cody Bellinger, you look at those lineups, you stack them up side by side. I did this the other day. Cardinals probably put out a little bit better numbers, but I think Cubs have done a better job with the pitching rotation and bullpen. Now Cubs did lose some pitching, obviously, and I'm for sure being biased right now. I think with Bellinger, you have Bellinger and you have Dansby. You have a really talented lineup. Some young guys do some really good. Pete Crow Armstrong's gonna be really good this year. Cubs have a team that can be really good, but if Cody Bellinger doesn't sign, there's no chance. There's not even a chance.
Cardinals have the best
Zero
lineup in the Central to me.
I can agree with
But
that.
our pitching is going to be rough because, yes, we have very experienced pitching. Very experienced, but they're also very old.
Yes.
And so our pitching is probably going to be a little rough.
Speaking of Cardinals pitching, though, is Adam Wainwright like singing or something now?
Yeah, he does.
He was playing at the Grand Ole Opry.
He's not like trying to get a record deal.
Is he
anything.
good?
Yeah, he's good.
We'll put in Adam Wainwright.
He's
Adam Wainwright, future Hall of Fame pitcher.
He sang the national anthem last year at one of the games.
Oh, really? It was
Yeah,
good?
he was really good.
Yeah, he was
Damn,
good, yeah.
good for Adam.
I've got Cardinals, but I think I have it on the sheet, bro.
Yeah.
I think the Cubs are really going to contend. I love
And the Brewers.
Justin Steele, dude.
Yes. And the Reds.
Just Steele is great. And then you have like a coach who just proved that he can win
Yep.
and can contribute to make a team who is not good win.
Yep.
The Brewers last season won the division, and they were not the best team in the division.
No, they weren't. They were
and
not.
so I think Castle's going to be a good coach. I think the Cubs it's rare now in baseball to see it, but it happens every once in a while. There are coaches in MLB who can for real turn programs around.
I think
that ability. I think he's one of them.
I think it's going to be a three-way good race. I want to say it's going to be
Who's
a
your
four-way good race.
Reds?
It's probably going to be the Brewers, but I think that it should be a four-way race, but it's realistically probably going to be a three-way close race. The third team might be a little far out, but I think the Reds and the Brewers both have decent teams.
Yeah, same.
enough to do okay in the division.
Yeah, I think the Central will be very competitive.
Yes, the Central the Central Division matchups are going to be really tough.
Yeah, you're going to see some really good baseball games between the Cardinals, Cubs, Brewers, and Reds.
It's just the players like the teams like the Reds. I think the Reds have really young talent that's probably going to turn the corner this year.
Yeah.
I think Hunter Green turns the corner. Jonathan India, and you got Ellie De La Cruz is going to go absolutely nuts. De La Cruz is going
so good.
Ellie De La Cruz is going to probably have like an MVP caliber season.
Yep.
Yeah.
But not win the MVP, obviously, because his team's going to not even probably win a wild card spot.
I think you're going to see a lot of close to split series in the Central, and that's why I think it's very unlikely you will see a wild card come from the Central this season.
Yeah.
Unless the Cubs and Cardinals, which they can, because I think they are the most talented, they could make a run on the Central.
But it could also
it
could also be completely not what we think.
Yeah,
because it could also be. I could honestly, at the same time, I say the Cardinals have good experience, and we have a really good lineup, but we have really a lot of experience. But it's going to be a shaking pitching rotation.
Yeah.
But I could at the same time see us being awful again.
Yep.
I could at the same time see because we could injuries and Tyler O'Neill wasn't healthy. If our team stays healthy in the lineup, I think we do really good. Or way
Tyler
better.
O'Neill.
Than
Speaking
last
of
year.
Tyler O'Neill, maybe some of the most noise around a guy that just does not have the prettiest stats or bat average you've ever seen.
But everyone talks about
Everybody
it.
talks about him
because he's
like,
an all-around really good
Yes.
baseball player.
dude. We watched him at the Redbirds, and he was nuts.
The same thing. Yeah,
nuts.
the Redbirds produce a lot of that farm system is really good.
Yeah.
As far
Yeah.
the higher end of our farm system is really good as far as like our AAA team. Or
But Springfield's got to get their shit together, dude.
Yeah.
Springfield, you got to get your shit together. Bats that people need to watch. Here's some top trios you need to watch. My number 5, I said earlier, Yankees. Judge, Juan Soto, Anthony Rizzo. Going to be exciting batting trio to watch. It's
going to be good.
My number 4 is Phillies. Turner, Harper, and Castellanos. I think that's a very, very talented trio. My number 3 is Astros with Altuve, Alvarez, and Tucker. My number 2 best batting trio is Braves with Acuna, Olsen, and Austin Riley. That's going to be some pop.
And the crazy
brother.
thing is about
Pop.
that. The thing about that trio to me is that you can mix players in that because you
Yes.
have Albies.
Yes,
You have Sean
there's
Murphy.
There's going to be times where that trio is going to have a 4th and 5th that are right behind them. That's what makes Braves scary. That's what makes Philly a little
Michael
bit. I could
Harris.
see where you're picking Braves over Phillies, but I think the Phillies rotation, if it's at its best, is going to be a really dangerous pitching rotation to play against. I think the Braves will have
Both of
trouble with
them.
them. I think Braves do too. Yeah,
I think that's the best matchup in the.
In
I think
baseball.
I think the best matchup in baseball is the Braves and Phillies division.
Absolutely.
In that division.
And then my top is Dodgers, obviously. Ohtani, Betts, and Freeman. Those are proven three guys that have constantly put year in, year out good records. I think we have some bets that people can put in. I got three. I got three for the ladies and gentlemen at home. If you want to make some money, possibly make some money on some MLB. Here, all my picks are future picks. I think yours is too, Dalton.
Huh?
You have a futures pick bet?
Yeah.
Mine are two. So my first one, Evan Phillips to lead the league in saves. He's at plus 2,000 right now. The Dodgers are capable of winning 105 games this season.
Okay.
So Phillips is going to have a lot of chances at getting some at closing out some games. My second futures bet, Colorado Rockies under 16.5 wins.
I like it.
They won 59 last year, and they've gotten worse.
Yeah.
They've gotten worse than they were when they were 59 wins.
Probably the worst
they also
pitching
have
rotation
the
in
worst
baseball.
pitching staff in the league.
Yeah.
Yep.
In the worst stadium to have the worst pitching staff in the league.
Yeah.
The Colorado
True.
Rockies will lose 50. Or might win 58 games, and I think they'll get stomped the whole time, dude. And my
gonna be
third
awesome.
futures bet, I have Angels under 72.5 wins. Last season
Love
they won
that.
73 with Ohtani. And then you have, like I said, Trout hasn't had 500 at bats in a season since 2016.
I love
so I don't
that.
think it's going to happen again. So that's three futures bets.
Especially playing injured.
Dude, slap those on a parlay if you can. I'm
That
talking about
is
that.
awesome.
Those three, dude, I was digging for them, bro.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I like the Angels bet a lot.
Yes.
I mean that's a big. I mean that's your number one pitcher and your probably arguably
You lost your best hit, probably your best hitter, definitely
Yeah.
your best pitcher
for sure.
and they're only subtracting one win from their record.
Yeah.
So
I
come
love
on,
it.
guys. And then
and
Rockies,
the division got better.
Rockies could, like y'all know how baseball is. The Rockies get in and win 82 games a season. Who knows? I don't think they will. Though.
I would be shocked.
And then, like I said, Phillips is a good saves pick. He's at plus 2,000. The return there is very nice for a guy that's
Yeah.
going to have. I'm not saying he's going to lead the league in close in saves, but I think that Evan Phillips will have the opportunity to lead the league in saves. So that's my
Love it.
What do you got, Dawg?
I got a division winner parlay.
Ooh.
At the time I put it in, it was a plus 11,662 odds.
Nice.
AL East, I got the Baltimore Orioles. AL Central, Cleveland Guardians. AL West, Houston Astros. NL East, Atlanta Braves. NL Central, St. Louis Cardinals. NL West, I got the Dodgers, obviously. Yeah, $30 pays out like $3,500.
Let's get paid, dogs.
Let's get paid. Let's get paid.
Let's get paid.
Easy
Yeah.
money.
Now, but I will say, going in as we say these bets, this is probably one of the most volatile leagues we've had in a while.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see a lot of weird things happen this year. But I think if you've been out and you haven't watched a ball game in a while, dude, tune in this season. First off, the time stuff, it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works. The baseball purists can shut their mouth. It's made the game more entertaining.
It
You
has.
can watch baseball without wanting to take a nap halfway through and then like tune into the last inning. The games are under 3 hours, dude.
It's great.
Baseball
I
games are
love it.
wrapping up
I
before
do.
NFL games do. It is perfect. It makes really and there's a game every night. Come on,
Every
watch
single
baseball
night.
this year, guys.
Yeah.
Now that will they look goofy in their pants if they don't do something about it? Absolutely.
It's gonna be goofy.
And we'll tune in here in a couple weeks. We might have to do one more baseball check-in because we're
Yeah.
definitely going to have some free agents finalizing their deals. We'll have to do a check right at the end of spring training. We'll do one more checkup on the MLB.
I'm going to give 2 long shots.
Okay, yes,
and that's
please.
it. I'm going to give 2 long shots.
Yep.
I said earlier in the podcast, I think Austin Riley at plus 2,100 MVP
Fantastic.
is a huge, just a big value pick. I'm not saying he's going to. It's a big value pick, though. In the last 3 years, Austin Riley has come in the top 7 MVP voting. Last 3 years, he's
Damn,
top
I
7
know
MVP.
he's coming in top 10.
So at plus 2,100, I think it's a really, I'm not saying, again,
For a
I'm not
guy
gonna
who's
say-
already been in the ballpark.
Yes,
He's getting votes. He's getting votes.
He's getting votes. He's top 7 each of the last 3 years. Lock it in. And then strikeout leader in the MLB. This is a super hot take.
Yep.
Freddie Peralta from Milwaukee Brewers.
Will be the strikeout leader.
Yep,
He's going to have a
he'll be
lot
the
of
strikeout
opportunity
leader.
because he's
Hard to
going to
beat
be their go-to.
Strider.
He is going to be their go-to guy this year.
Yeah, he
He's
is, dude. He's undisputed number 1. I think he's got some gross stuff.
Yeah.
So and he's like plus 4,000.
Yeah, especially with Burns leaving. He's going to be the
Yeah,
ace.
That's what I'm
He
saying,
is
dude.
the ace in Milwaukee.
It's just
now.
2 value picks. That's all I'm giving. They're both
Okay.
long shots.
But it's going to be tough to beat Strider. Strider's going to strike out a lot of people.
He is. But I'm picking value. I'm because
I'm excited. I'm excited for
it's
the
going to be
season.
awesome. A really good year for baseball.
Yeah. So tune in, folks. Tune into the cast, too. Like, subscribe,
Yeah,
whatever.
Give some subs. Follow us on Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter, too. Bye. Love
See
you.
ya.